Hello. Welcome to my channel. Whether this is your first time or not, welcome. If it is your first time, please consider subscribing. Check out other videos I have here. See if there's something you like. I'm sure there is. Anyway, for this video, we are here to talk about Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, so as I said, we are here to talk about Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. If you do not know, Riley Sager's Lock Every Door was the first book I read towards the end of 2020. That was an experiment to see if I wanted to continue reading, and it was successful. I enjoyed that book. So for this month of February, I decided to revisit some authors that I really liked, and of course, he was at the top of my list. And what other book would I go to besides Home Before Dark that has had so much hype around it? It has like a 4-point-something average on Goodreads. So I was like, I already know. I just went ahead and purchased it on my Kindle. It's got my Kindle Paperwhite. This was the second thing I purchased. I think you would have seen my mini haul by now. If so, I will link it here. If not, it's coming. I'll talk about it. But anyway, so I had so much faith in this book that I went ahead and purchased it. And spoiler alert, I was not here for this book. Unpopular opinions coming. This book started off really well. If you don't know what it's about, it is about a young lady named Maggie and her dad, Ewan. Her mom also, Jess. They were living in a house where there was supposed to be some hauntings, and the dad, Ewan, wrote a book about it. It was like kind of like an Amityville horror type of thing. And he became really famous from that book. Previously, he was like a fiction writer, and this like nonfiction made him, like I said, really famous. They made a lot of money, but Maggie just always felt like what was in the book wasn't true. So in this book, we get dual perspectives. We're getting Ewan's portion of the book, and then we're also getting Maggie in the present day as an adult. When she lived in the house, she was a kid. So we're getting her in the present day, going back to the house to investigate to see if things were true or not. And then Jess, the wife, is in the middle. But anyway, so I, again, was so excited about this book. I will say, I was mindful of the genre, which on Goodreads, this book was nominated for Best Mystery Thriller of 2020. So I was like, I'm not even going to think this is a horror book because, again, mindful of the genre. Though if you go on Goodreads, horror is like the #1 genre on there by the readers, but again, I was going off of the nominees for the Goodreads Choice Awards, whatever it's called, from last year. So that was helpful. Again, this started off well. I enjoyed the dual perspectives at first, learning about the dad and how he first discovered the house with his wife, and then Maggie in the present day with her grumblings about the book. She became annoying to me. I preferred Ewan, the dad, because as I said, he was, like excited about the house, and, when he found out some things were a little weird, or, he should have had some signs that told him to run, he was still just kind of like, I want to see, I want to know. Maggie, on the other hand, like I said, was grumpy. She was complaining the whole way, constantly talking about how this book ruined her life, how she didn't think what was in it was true. I was just tired of hearing it. It just got a little bit redundant and a little bit annoying. So anyway, then a little bit more into the book, it just got really slow. I mean, you want to talk about a slow burn. I struggled through this book. Normally I can get through a thriller in a week, and that's because during the week I'm reading like little bits and pieces here and there because of work. But this one took me 11 days to be exact, but that was just too long. Like, I was struggling to go back to it. I just didn't even want to go back to it. And I was just so disappointed. This was supposed to be a buddy read with my daughter. She dropped out. She was like, I'm not feeling it. And then when I kept going, I was like giving her a little bit of updates here and there. She was like, I'm really done. You can go ahead. So that's two of us, and we do not have similar reading tastes. But again, I kept going because I really wanted to know how it was going to end. And I had read on Goodreads, and I saw a video where people were saying that it had a lot of twists at the end. So I wanted to get to the twist. So I kept going. I did not want to DNF this book. I ended up switching to audiobook around like 70% of the way into it because I was having a hard time with the dual perspectives. Maggie and Ewan, the dad, they were pretty much going through the same things, almost like exactly the same. So it got confusing who's who. He had the dad's chapter start with dates, I believe. And then Maggie's chapters were like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. That was a little bit helpful, but again, once you just look at the heading of the chapter quickly and you start reading, I'm like, wait, who is this? Sometimes I would have to go back to the previous page and reread and be like, oh, okay, I think this is Maggie now. Or I'd wait for him to mention Jess, the wife, and then I knew he was talking about, I knew it was Ewan, the dad. I did get a tip from someone here on YouTube. I will try to insert a clip or a little screenshot of her comment where she said you could put on like the publication font or something like that. I will put that up on the screen. Clearly, I don't remember stuff, but I will put it up here. I did that, but because of the settings I like on my Kindle, I like the font bold and a little bit bigger. The publication font just, it wasn't working for me. And I also really didn't notice a difference. So I went back to my regular font. But when I switched to the audiobook, that was much better because it had two different actors, readers. So that was way better. And I was reading along with the audiobook. It finally picked up around the 80% mark. That is when you started getting the reveals and the twists and the turns. And then that is when it got good. Like, I didn't want to put it down. Like I said, I was listening and reading along. And I really enjoyed the ending. Some people said it was too many twists and turns. I was here for them all, trying to guess along the way. I don't think I got any of the twists right from what I remember. Yeah, so if it was not for the ending, this book would have been 1 star for me. I'm sorry. And I'm so disappointed because it is my beloved Riley Sager. But the ending did help a lot. And I ended up bumping it up to 2.5. I rounded it up to 3. So yeah, this book was not scary, not creepy. Again, be mindful of the genre. It is not a horror. I'm not giving up on my Riley Sager though. I am looking forward to his book that's coming out, I think in July of this year. Survive the Night, I think that's the name of it. I am looking forward to that. So I will hold judgment for if I'm still here for him or not, or if he's still one of my favorites. But this book, All right, so there you have it, my noisy, spoiler-free review of Home Before Dark. I hope you still were able to enjoy this video and that you will subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you are or aren't, give me a thumbs up, please. It helps my algorithm. And leave a comment. That also helps to let YouTube know that people want to see my content and engage with me. So yes, thumbs up, comment down below. I do respond. And until the next video, stay cozy in your hideaway with your good books. Stay out of trouble, unplug as much as possible, especially from the news. And until next time, be well. Bye.